I just want to ask you a question. Are you making more money now under Biden than you were under Trump? Are you paying less taxes? Be honest. Are you, is the dollar going further than it was under Trump than it is under Biden? Are you taking home more? Is your grocery bill, when you go to buy groceries, cheaper? Can you buy more food now than you did 2 years ago? Your activities, things that you do for fun on the weekend, do they cost less? Be honest. Don't try to blame this on Trump. Just answer the question. Be honest. What's happening? Because the only reason I'm asking is because I've been told there's no inflation. So what is it? If it's not inflation, what is it? Because just a few years ago, I was making a lot more money and living pretty good. Now I'm making less money and trying to figure out how I'm going to make things work. And I'm working way more. And some of my liberal friends are, things are just awesome. Biden is the greatest, God sent. And I can't figure it out. I mean, if you're told he's great, I guess then he's great. But what's the bottom line? What is it doing to you personally? Because again, like I said in the other video, you have to be spending the money. You have to be putting the gas in the tank and feeling it. So, are you willing to just go along with it just to say that he's better? When are people going to wake up and finally go, all right, enough. I'm not going to keep doing this forever. But, yeah. Every Democrat that's ever been in office since Obama, right after George Bush, you remember, for those of you that aren't, like 30 years old, anybody over 30 years of age remembers when George Bush left office, the Democrats were like, every time Obama had a problem, it was George Bush. Jesus Christ, Obama's suffering for all the things George Bush did wrong. And Obama was in office for 8 years, and apparently there were a lot of things wrong because we just never really had it right. I had a sibling, we'd argue all the time, and she would say that Obama just paid for George Bush mistakes. And then Trump comes along, right? And then, we had it good. It was back to almost like the Reagan years. I made good money and taxes were low and there was more money in the paycheck and I didn't have to work as hard, although I did work hard, but it was because I was putting money in the bank. For the first time, I was actually building my savings account up and things were really good. And then what was said then? It was because Trump was benefiting off Obama. The Obama years were finally coming to fruition. Remember that? I'm sure a lot of you have heard that. Obama, all his good deeds were finally coming to fruition through Trump. And what did Trump do? He fucked it up. Yeah. Don't you remember? I'm sure you've heard that. And now Biden, because Trump was only in office for 4 years, he's paying for Trump's bad deeds. And that's why the economy sucks. Don't blame it on Biden. Blame it on Trump. Trump was evil. He did evil things. He's a dictator. He's racist. He's a misogynist. He doesn't care about the economy. He's a tyrant. He wants to be a king. He doesn't know nothing. And he didn't do anything. We had really cheap gas prices and taxes were lower and we made more money and all that. But it was because of Obama. It had nothing to do with Trump. Good God. I wish we could go back to the Trump days then. Or the Obama days. Come on, people. When are you going to stop falling for that shit? Obama. But here we are. Now those younger kids that were young back in the Obama era, who didn't know anything about Obama, they're 30-something. And they think Biden's God. Biden. So they're voting for him, and they think, I listen to them. They think he's got the greatest economy going. And apparently just a couple of years ago, when Trump was president, a few years ago, they don't remember how things were. Because what they're paying in gas prices and food and the economy the way it is, they love it. They think it's the greatest economy ever. And of course, ever to them means right now, because they just got into this economy and they've never been in another one. So to them, it probably is the greatest economy. We're fucked.